Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. Today I'll be flipping through the Celestial Tarot by Kay Steventon and Brian Clark. This is a US Games publication. So this is what the box looks like. On the back it just says Celestial Tarot is both a handbook of the heavens and an oracular guide to the inner life. And then on the side here, it just says, Celestial Tarot fuses the myths, symbols, and astronomy of the planets, signs, constellations, and fixed stars with astrological divination to reveal the mysteries of the tarot in an engaging and unique way. So, I think I spent $30 on this, if I'm remembering correctly. I got it from Amazon Canada. So yes, I have already looked at the cards and everything and gone through the guidebook, so that's why this is a flip through and not an unboxing. Ooh. Okay, so let's get through the guidebook. So the guidebook is a little white book. We have an introduction here. And then it goes into the major arcana of the Celestial Tarot. So it gives you like major card, you have an elemental symbol. It gives you the astrological ruler of that card plus the astrological correspondence. And then it gives you the Hebrew letter, which is interesting. And then it goes into the information. So yes. So there's about a paragraph per card for the major. And then it goes into the minors, and then we have a chart for each minor arcana. So the wands are the quest for fire. It tells you the astrological mode, or astrological harmonic or mode. And then the decant, I don't know how you pronounce that. Decanate, I don't know. This. And then the ruler of the deacon, I'm assuming is how you pronounce that. Again, it's about a paragraph per card. So it gives good information, I think, for being a small little white book. Same chart, but this time for the pentacles, we have the salt of the earth. And then for the swords, the breath of life. And then lastly, the cups, which are the waters of life. And then it has using the Celestial Tarot, reading the cards, consulting the cards, reading the cards, and then the Celtic cross. And that's it. So we have a title card, a small little informational card. So the card here says, embedded in our night sky are archetypal images, symbols, and stories that have enchanted the human soul for aeons. Onto this sky sanctuary, the ancients projected their imagination using star patterns to animate their myths and immortalize their deities and heroes. Celestial Tarot fuses the myths, symbols, and astronomy of the planets, signs, and constellations and fixed stars with astrological divination to reveal the mysteries of the tarot in an engaging and unique way. Celestial Tarot is both a handbook of the heavens and an oracular guide to the inner life. These are the backs. They're cute. I like them. Okay, so let's get to the cards themselves. So the borders are blue. Just to let you know, they're like a nice little light blue. I don't mind them, and I like them. So we have the number and title at the bottom of the card, and then we have the planet or astrological symbol at the top. So beautiful. I love the artwork in this deck. It's gorgeous. It's hard to see some of the imagery. This is so Caesar. I don't care what anyone says. This guy looks like Caesar. So I like this Hierophant card, but I don't get this guy here. Like, who is this? I don't get it. I don't know if it says anything in the book. I think I checked and there was nothing. Let me look. This is about Zeus being the bull and Europa. Europa? One of the... Oh, I think it's supposed to be represent the spirit of the Hierophant. Okay. Interesting. It's supposed to represent Zeus in bull form and then Europa. This is one of the myths of who he copulated with and had a child with. We have the Lovers. The Chariot. So you see the aspect of the Chariot back here. Strength. She looks like a model, this woman. She reminds me of Demeter with the wheat, and the Hierophant aspect is behind her. The Wheel of Fortune. Justice. Death. So I didn't get I got the imagery, but I didn't get who this was. And in the book it says it's Hecate. Hecate. However you pronounce her name. And I was like, oh, okay. You have Temperance. So this is obviously Pan, the god Pan. But I have to say, this definitely reminds me of Mr. Tumnus from Narnia, from The Witch and the Wardrobe, the Witch, Lion, and Wardrobe, right? Or the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? Yeah, that's it. The Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe. Couldn't remember what order it was in. Yeah, it reminds me of Mr. Tumnus. Mr. Tumnus. And then we have the Tower. I love this star card. This is what's on the box. She's beautiful. Then we have the Moon. Sun. Judgment. So we still have that aspect of judgment from like RWS with the angel with the trumpet and some people and things like that. And then we have the world. And this is Kronos. Yeah. So one thing I found really interesting was in the book, sometimes they refer to them in their Greek names, other times they refer to them in their Roman names, which is a bit confusing because some people don't consider them the same person. Like, they consider them two separate gods or goddesses or deities. So I found that really interesting. And then throughout the thing, there's like a mix of like Roman, Greek, and there's a few Egyptian myths in here. So I found that really interesting that they incorporated three different things rather than sticking to one one region of mythology. So it's a little confusing if you're not familiar with myth from all three of those regions or those specific ancient regions. This is a creepy Two of Wands, I have to say. Very creepy. So the suits are very pippish in regards to, like, they show the wands, so you know it's that. But then there's like a depiction of who the person is associated, or the constellation or whatever it is associated with the card. There's a image of that. So this is not really like beginner friendly in my opinion. Like, for example, the Four of Wands, like, this is the Hydra. I wouldn't have associated Hydra with the Four of Wands. And no, not Hydra from like Marvel, from like Captain America or whatever. This is Hydra in terms of the monster that was slayed by Hercules. But anyway, just putting it out there in case someone's like, Marvel. No. But when I read the guidebook, I understood that this is the celebration of Hercules, like how he slayed the Hydra and completed one of the tasks that he needed to complete. So I get it now in terms of the Four of Wands, but you really need to read the book sometimes to get the imagery, unless you know exactly what it's referring to. Like, I knew that this was associated with Hercules, but I didn't get how it was celebration until I read the entry in the guidebook. So definitely not beginner friendly, though if you want to learn astrology and tarot, I think this would be a good one. Though I say it's not beginner friendly, but again, you do you. Just, you'll have a hard time, I think, learning the tarot with this deck, but that's just my opinion. You would have to put in a lot of work if you want to use this as your first deck. Like this, I didn't even know what this was. Apparently it's a burning altar of some sort. Then we have the 9 and the 10. So the 10s are all associated with the elements. So this one's fire. Princess is the page, and they're associated with the seasons. So this one's summer. Then we have the prince, which is the knight, associated with the mutable element. The queens are all associated with the fixed element. And the king is associated with all the kings are associated with the cardinal elements. So we have pentacles here, ace, pretty. We have the 2, the 3, 4, definitely an interesting 7 of pentacles, I have to say. 8 of pentacles is a centaur. We have the 9. And lastly, the 10 of pentacles, which is earth. Spring. I do love these princess cards. They're beautiful. Prince. Queen. and king. Then we have the Ace of Swords, the 2, Lupus, 3. See, they're very pippish. They just show the swords at the bottom. We have the 4, Pisces Australis. We have a Pegasus for the 5. Definitely interesting. The 6. Oh, look at this bunny. We have the Canis Major and the Canis Minor. Ooh. Big dog, small dog. And then we have air for the 10. Winter. Mutable air. Fixed air. And cardinal air. Really cool. Love it. Then lastly, we have the cups. So we have Ursa Minor and then Ursa Major. Big bear, small bear, big bear. So cute. Actually, I think it's what? Little Dipper, Big Dipper, I think is those, but I'm not sure. If I'm remembering correctly, which I'm probably not. Definitely cool. There's Hercules. Alrisha. Very interesting, I have to say. Andromeda. Then we have water. Love this water card. Beautiful. Autumn. Look at it. It's so beautiful. I love the artwork. The artwork, oh, so gorgeous. Mutable air. Sorry, mutable water. What am I saying? Air. Mutable water. Fixed water. And cardinal water. Very nice. I love it. So it's standard tarot size. It's US Games and their talk box. So they're, I love their cardstock. And I'll read that. It's really nice. So shuffle's lovely. I love it so much. I don't riffle or bridge shuffle, so I'm assuming it does that really nicely though. So what's this? Okay, I'm gonna read that too. A minor and a major and a court card. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Let's focus on Mercury. On Hermes. Because that's who that is. Okay, the Magician. The gilding gifts of Mercury. Youthful Mercury is a magician ready to guide us through the labyrinth path ahead. Mercury is the surrogate of Uranus, initiating the fool into the game of life by endowing him with the skills necessary to outwit his opponents. When the magician is drawn, consciousness of goals as well as the will, ingenuity, and intellect needed to pursue them is implied. In myth, Mercury was aware of this from the beginning. As the patron of youth, he reminds us that we are filled with possibilities and the energy to pursue them. The card signals a new phase filled with abundant spirit and momentum. A creative process is underfoot. The magician suggests an epiphany of the God who is ready to guide us across the threshold of change. And this is what I read. Good information, I think. It definitely really ties into the myth and whatnot of the card itself. Okay, so the King of Wands, Cardinal Fire. Having domain over the realm of Cardinal Fire, the King of Wands embodies the Aryan spirit of adventure, heroism, and leadership. Convinced he is right, the king acts on his impulses and beliefs, inspiring others with courage and faith. As a man of vision, energy, and action, he has little tolerance for uncertainty and even less for weakness. Impatience is the shadow cast in the rush to initiate new projects and achieve more outcomes. The king draws his passion and fire out of his strong instinctual life, as illustrated by both the ram and the serpent. Underlying the throne, as a personality, the king is convincing and inspiring through his creative spirit. So you can see the serpent here and the ram. And, oh, sorry, this is what I read. So yeah, I think it has great information in the book. Definitely worth reading the guidebook, in my opinion, because it has some really great information. I do love this deck very much, and I'm excited to actually work with it, like draw cards and things like that. All I've done is really, before this, was just go through the artwork and just try to read a bit of the guidebook, but not much about anything else. So I'm actually really excited to dive deeper into this particular deck. I think it'll be fun learning more of like the astrology and the myth and the constellations and things associated with the fact that they associated with the tarot, like each tarot position. So I'm excited for that. Let me know in the comments what you think of this deck. Do you have it? Something you bring into your collection? Let me know how you use it, if you have it, or if you would bring it into your collection or add it to your wish list. If not, I'd love to hear from you as well and your opinion on this particular deck. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it's greatly appreciated. Thanks so much and have a great day.